The purpose of this video is to provide a visual reference for a better understanding of the fuel or oil quantity, ground service control panel operation, and fault clearing procedure. This video is for reference only. When performing this or any other maintenance procedure, ensure you follow the published maintenance manual procedure for your aircraft. If any conflicts arise between this video and the maintenance manual shall take precedent. When a fuel quantity or oil quantity system fault occurs, an FQMS maintenance required message is displayed on the engine instrument crew alerting system, and on a G500, G550 is recorded by the CMC and sent out via PlaneConnect. The actual faults associated with an FQMS maintenance required CAS message are recorded on the appropriate fuel quantity or oil quantity ground service control panel. These fault codes can be viewed and cleared from the appropriate ground service control panel. Failure to clear the fault codes on both ground service control panels will result in continued display of the FQMS maintenance required CAS message and PlaneConnect FQMS stored fault message. Note, during the fault code retrieval process, if no switches are activated for 2 minutes or the increase-decrease switch is used, the ground service control panel will return to normal mode and all the faults will remain stored. On G5 aircraft, the fuel quantity ground service control panel can be located on the left electronic equipment rack on the system monitor test panel, in the Lear forward storage cabinet, or the front of the Lear depending on aircraft outfitting. On G500 and G550 aircraft, the fuel quantity service control panel is located on the front of the electronic equipment rack. The fuel quantity ground service control panel consists of 3 amber LED display modules, an auto refuel test reset switch, and an increase-decrease switch. The upper display indicates the left fuel tank quantity and left high-level warning. The middle display indicates right fuel tank quantity and right high-level warning. The lower display indicates the pre-selected refuel quantity along with various messages. The oil quantity ground service control panel is located in the tail compartment, left side, on the engine oil servicing panel. The oil quantity ground service control panel consists of 3 amber LED display modules, a fill test switch, and an on-off switch. The upper display indicates left engine oil tank quantity. The middle display indicates right engine oil tank quantity, along with various messages. The lower display indicates APU oil tank quantity. To clear an FQMS maintenance required CAS message or the fault message on either ground service control panel, apply electrical power using safe ground maintenance practices as provided in the aircraft maintenance manual. Note, electrical power for clearing faults on either ground service control panel can be supplied using ground service bus switch, main batteries, external power, APU, or engine. On the engine instrument crew alerting system display, verify the FQMS maintenance required CAS message is present. Verify there is a fault message on the fuel quantity ground service control panel's lower display, or on the middle display on the oil quantity ground service control panel. Momentarily placing the auto refuel test reset or fill test switch to the test position and releasing it initiates the self-test mode. Verify the display indicates 2 consecutive 2-second test patterns, then the display returns to normal with the fault message displayed. Press and hold the auto refuel test reset or fill test switch to the test position for 4 seconds or until the ground service control panel enters the fault reset mode and release. Once the ground service control panel enters the fault reset mode, the display indicates the number of stored faults or active faults on the upper display and the word fault or faults on the middle display. To retrieve the faults, toggle the auto refuel test reset or fill test switch to the test position and the most recent fault will be displayed. The upper display contains the system LRU nomenclature, the middle display contains the error nomenclature, and the lower display contains the failure status, active or not active, and the number of occurrences. Manually record the fault codes to use with the Aircraft Fault Isolation Manual for troubleshooting. Continue to advance through the faults by toggling the auto refuel test reset or fill test switch. Once the last fault has been displayed, maximum of 10 faults, a message clear, hold and reset, or clear, hold and test will appear for 5 seconds. During this time, press and hold the auto refuel test reset or fill test switch to the test position for 5 seconds or until the display indicates clearing, please wait, to clear all the faults. After all the fault codes have been cleared, the display will indicate cleared for 2 seconds. Allow at least 45 seconds and retest to verify all the faults have been cleared by holding the Auto Refuel Test Reset or Fill Test Switch to the test position for 4 seconds. If there are no stored or active faults, the display will indicate no faults. On the Fuel Quantity Ground Service Control Panel, toggle the Increase-Decrease switch in either direction to exit the fault mode. Note, during the fault code retrieval process, if no switches are activated for 2 minutes or the increase-decrease switch is used, the ground service control panel will return to normal mode and all the faults will remain stored. Verify both ground service control panels no longer indicate fault. On the Engine Instrument Crew Alerting System display, verify the FQMS Maintenance Required CAS message has been cleared. Remember, failure to clear fault codes on the fuel quantity and oil quantity ground service control panels will result in continued display of the FQMS Maintenance Required CAS message on the primary flight display and FQMS Stored Faults message on the Plane Connect downloads. This presentation has provided a visual reference to give a better understanding of the fuel quantity or oil quantity ground service control panel operation and fault clearing procedure. This video is for reference only. When performing this or any other maintenance procedure, ensure you follow the published maintenance manual procedure for your aircraft. If any conflicts arise between this video and the maintenance manual, the maintenance manual shall take precedent. As always, we welcome your questions or comments. Please contact Gulfstream Customer Support at 1-800-810-GULF, 912-965-4178, or technical.operations@gulfstream.com. Thank you for choosing Gulfstream Aerospace, the world standard.